Let 2022 be all about you. That's my new saying. Let 2022 be all about you, having new people, having new influences, and just focus on improving yourself on the whole. Now, while I was going away from YouTube, I noticed a lot of people I listen to every once in a while still have the same talking points, such as, I can't stand defining people by colors, but some people still talking about the Europeans being supreme, what they call white supremacy. They're still focusing on this ideology as if they can change it. You're wasting time on something you can't change. You're not going to change the people who want to believe that type of rhetoric. That's what they want to believe in. It's like trying to convince somebody not to smoke, even though they have all the data out there that smoking causes different types of cancer. People still smoke. But for some reason, you're wasting all your time highlighting every case you can find. I don't care if it's a case here in America, in the Caribbean, in South America, in Africa. You find in every case that fits your point of the Europeans being some people being bigoted towards darker skinned people, African people. I mean, if that's how you're making money, I get it. But what are you going to do to change the current circumstance? What are you going to change? What are you going to do to change it? Because just creating a video after a video after a video, that's not really going to do anything. They're just creating content for you to make money, and that's how you're making money. Again, I have no quarrels about that. But if a video alone was going to change anything, there would not be a George Floyd. Because we all saw what happened to Eric Garner, right? So it's almost the same circumstance, almost the same. Yet it still happened. So videos by itself, protest by itself, all that stuff doesn't change what is happening. You change economics now, you might change something. Because you change economics, you wouldn't be putting yourself in harm's way. Because I always found it kind of funny. People say that. Well, I don't hear too many African people saying it anymore, that we're behind enemy lines, because I guess y'all don't believe that no more. Because I know if you really thought you were behind enemy lines, you'll act accordingly. Because if you saw the movie Behind Enemy Lines, you would know exactly what I'm referring to. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. Just the first part. Now, no other part, just the first part is good enough. And you will see how somebody acts and behaves when they're behind enemy line. But I digress. And the next topic I see people talking about, this is something new to me, because I stumbled across that. It's called divestors or divesting. And from what I understand, is I guess it's African American females trying to convince other females of African extraction to go outside of race, particularly for European men, or I guess any other man besides African. And I get the notion, I get it, but fellas, you're not gonna convince anybody about, to change what they're doing. Just like the analogy I used earlier with smoking. Anybody who has any type of information knows out there that cigarette smoking can cause different types of cancers, but it's still people still smoking. And if you're a smoker, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm not coming down on you. Nor do I begrudge you for smoking. Do what you want to do with your life. I'm not here to interject in your life. Just making a point. So you can put all the information, all the stories you want about how the one, I think has some guy who I watch from time to time, made a video about some man that killed his whole family, and they were saying the guy went crazy and he killed himself at the end also. And then her next video again with some lady in a motel and something happened to her and she died too. And I'm reading the comments in the section, in the comment section, and people seem to be cheering. Like, you do realize somebody lost their life, right? There's nothing to cheer about. But some people seem to be taking great joy in this, and it's really strange, man. Really, really strange that we have gotten to a point in our mind that we forgot, oh wait, that's somebody's child. As long as a person is not with who you think they should be with, an African person, it's, a lot of you are so sick in the mind that they don't exist. They're not really worthy of me of getting my empathy. So I can't feel anything for them because they was not with someone who looks like me. I heard the same type of sentiment when the young man over there in Greece, God rest his soul, Bakari Henderson, when he died, was beaten to death over there. That many women over here, and especially the African American women, some of them were so, elated. Oh, see, that's what he got for going over there with be around them European women. Like, wow, That's somebody's son. And you complete disconnect. But again, I'm not really surprised because the sick people, they just tend to do sick things and they don't see it because they're sick. So you try to convince people what they should do. Well, you shouldn't go out there and go outside your race and listen. People are gonna do what they want to do. There are laws against drinking and driving, and people still do it. Okay, there are laws against everything on the books. There are laws against murder. There are laws against sexual assault. It still happens. Okay, but in a sick-minded person, you're gonna keep making video after video after video to show what? What are you really showing? What do you really think? What's your end game? What do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna say, you know what? They were right, man. I'm not gonna do that anymore. But hey, I guess in some of you guys' mind, man, you think that's the best thing you can do, so that's what you will do, no matter what nobody tells you or what anyone tells you. You're gonna keep going down the road making content. And to me, both of you guys need each other. The ones who complain about those who divest, the ones who divest, because y'all need each other to keep making content, so you can keep making content about the people making content about that. And it's just, it's really, really, really strange. It's like the people who focus on Europeans being supreme, so they actually need them to have some of those type of people out there, so they could keep making content. Because if they wake up tomorrow and then let's suppose there was no more white supremacists, they wouldn't have no content. It'll be dry. They wouldn't know what to talk about. So that's the guess they'll go on to Arab supremacy. So you see those Arabs, they once enslaved us, and they'll go down that road, and they'll wake up the next day after that, there are no more Arabs. What are they gonna talk about? Then they might go back to religion, because at one point we was arguing about religion, the Christianity versus the Islam and the Hebrews, and anything but progress. Anything but moving forward, taking accountability. Okay, things happen, cool. A lot of things that happen still, a lot of things we do to each other in the Caribbeans, in Americas, in Africa. We do a lot of things to each other, but we don't like to highlight that. We wouldn't like to highlight it when it's someone who don't look like us who does the very same thing we complaining about. Listen, life is too short and it's too precious. If 2019, 2020, and 2021 has not taught you that, I am not certain what will. I lost a couple family members and they were just in their 40s. Don't know what they died from because we didn't perform any independent autopsies, but they're no longer with us is the main point. May God rest their souls. And they all thought they was going to see old age. 45 is not old, but maybe in today's society, I guess it's considered to be old because, like I said, a couple family members I got, they were in their 40s, checked out of here. Like, wow, man. I mean, like mid-40, like 45. God spare life, by the end of this month, I'll be 44. So, yeah, I'm looking at life in a whole different way, and you don't really have a lot of time to waste. And a lot of you guys, just all you do is waste time. You waste time with the internet. You waste time in your life just wasting time. This year, you'll be another year older. Did you accomplish what you set out to accomplish last year? What do you plan to accomplish this year? It's going to be more of the same over and over and over, the same narrative, man. Don't you guys get tired, man? It's like watching the same movie over and over. I mean, that's why I couldn't watch some movies like Fast and the Furious past Tokyo Drift. I never watch another one because it's the same movie over and over and over and over. Like, come on, man. But again, I'm not begrudging people who like it. That's good for you. But just for me, I need more variety. But for some of you, you'll be on the same thing. Complaining about who's dating who, who's interracial. Look, listen. I hate to tell you this, and this should be obvious. If you're happy in a relationship, you don't have time to worry about nobody else in their relationship or whatever they're doing. How do I know that? Because I'm happy. I don't make no videos about who dating who ain't dating who divesting. I don't really care. I don't know these people. And if I did, I still wouldn't care. That's their life. This is my life. Live your life, man. I mean, only a person who's, I guess, sick in the mind or just, again, that's how they make their money. And I'm not begrudging you, but that's how you make your money. That's how you make your money. I just think it's a bit weird to just keep focusing on stuff that, or people you can't change. But I don't want to make this video too long. I might make the next video, might not. I don't really know, because at some point you get tired of doing the same thing with no results. And the very same people you're trying to help are the very same people who seem to be allergic to accountability. If you ask them to take accountability, they'll find every excuse in the world why they can't do anything. You ask them, hey, why don't we create some stores and stuff we could actually shop in? Why don't we create some jobs, some businesses? They'll tell you all the reasons why you can't do it, because they won't let us. Who's they? I don't even know who's they. They won't allow us to do this. They won't let us do this. They won't let us. Oh my gosh! So why don't you just put a tattoo or a tombstone in your forehead and be done with it then, if that's the case? Because it seems like you can't do anything. So why are you here? Why are you living? If you can't do nothing, you just hamstrung in your own self before you can even make a move, because you can't do nothing. See, a lot of you guys follow a lot of losers out there with a lot of loser mentality, loser ideology, telling you you're poor, you can't do nothing. I mean, people making documentaries with God knows what, and you follow along and watch those type of things. Look what they've done to us. Look what they've done to us. Okay. How much of that can you stomach really before you say, okay, that's enough of that, man? Then you got the guy out there who making this school for God knows how long, him and this school. And I already told y'all many years ago that a school was never going to help you, and some people got really upset when I said that. A school is not going to help the African people in America. It won't work. You're wasting your time. In fact, how much years have gone by and still with no school really up and running? Who's going to fund the school? What's the curriculum? Is the curriculum going to be the same curriculum as every other school in America because the school is within America? When these students get out of this school, this Umar school, don't they have to put where they went to school at on the job application? Do you think the questions on the job application are just there to take up space on the application? Every question they ask you in the application is for a reason. It's for a reason to screen you out. It's for a reason to filter out the competition. And they see you going to this Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass school. Oh, no, next. And so you send them to a world where you be supposedly African-centered thinking into a country under the Europeans' hegemony, which means control. I mean, that makes how much sense to you? That you get all this knowledge of self and everything else while going in. Well, in fact, they're still in the European, still under the Europeans' hegemony. But for some reason, you guys fell for that. And when myself and many others start critiquing it, it's like, man, that you're wasting your time. A school is not gonna save you. He's still talking about the same thing while talking. That man's an expert in everything. That's the funniest thing. That man's an expert in everything. But he's so smart, he still can't see that that's not gonna help you. He'll be talking about that school if it's not open by 2030, which is only 8 years away from here. It's like, dude, come on, give it a break. And then talking about opening the school in Africa and all. Listen, bro, people need industries, factories. We need shipping containers, shipping companies, ships, airlines. Man, if I gotta buy some socks right now, and I got no choice but to buy some socks that from people who don't look like me. I got some holes in my socks. I gotta buy some new socks. Same with my undergarment. Same with my pants. See, we don't focus on things we actually need. We just want to sit there and lament. And we have the money. That's the thing I don't understand. We have the money to make a change, but we just have poor leadership. That's right, poor leadership. All the leadership I've seen, to my knowledge, that I see that we have, seem to be all over the place talking about, look what has happened to us, look what they're doing to us. You see what they're doing to us with this mandate. I get it. Believe me, I get it. But complaining about something and have no way to actually create a better condition does what exactly? You're just complaining. That's all you're doing. Consistently complaining. Even after this whole debacle ends with this virus situation, we're still gonna need places to work. We're still gonna need factories. Still gonna need people who to produce food. These are things we actually need to employ a lot of our children, a lot of our people. The reason why you got a lot of this crime. Let me give you a little insight as to why you got some of this crime. The kids ain't got nothing to do. They ain't got no way to make money, so they're gonna make it the best way they know how. That's a new, I guess, a saying that people have from the mud. I think that's how it goes. So they can get it how they know how to get it. You don't give them anything else to do. So what do you think they're gonna do? I mean, be real for a second. If they have no opportunities and they're in this capitalist society and they're inundated day in and day out about capitalism, buying this, get this car, get this shirt, get this pants, get this ring, get this watch, and you ain't got no money, what do you think that does? It conditions you. I ain't got no job, so shoot, I'm gonna get this money best way I know how to do it. You might not agree, I might not agree, but it is what it is. If you create industries, you wouldn't have the problem. You see, I just watched this. It's funny. I just watched a documentary just a second ago, and I'm in the video on this. In Japan, they found out that the Yakuza is actually dying. The reason why? They can't get no new enlistments. The people over there busy working. I mean, they're working like 10, 12 hours a day. They're busy working. The young kids like, nah, I ain't got time for that, man. So the Yakuza's actually got a bunch of old guys, dying off because they say they can't get a new one. Actually, I'll put the link in the description box for you to check it out. That's amazing. A crime syndicate that had such a strong grip in Japan can't get the new members because people are busy working, busy making things, busy being a part of the collective to improve Japan. That's amazing. What can we learn from that? A lot. If you're going to hold yourself accountable, that is. If you're not, then you're not going to learn a damn thing, and you're just going to be all upset that I mentioned it. So I'll just stop talking. You guys take it easy, and if there's a next one, I'll check you then. If not, take it easy, man. Enjoy your year.